we're back. This is Curse of Strahd, the Beckoning. And I have with me some fun folks. You know, not everybody that's in this pretty picture is here, unfortunately. Some are unofficially not coming back. Unofficially. We don't know if they'll be able to at some point, but that doesn't mean that we're not having a good time. We have Lunaris Lenente, my only sibling and my dearest one at that, who is also Lunar Smiles. And we have Shanna playing Jax of Candlekeep, our sorceress, resident wild magic sorceress who seems to be cursed with some strange, what shall we say, patron. There we go.
Is it a curse or is it a blessing?
Well, you know, depends on how you look at it, I guess.
A little bit of column B.
It is called Curse of Strahd, so, you know, take that what you will. Take that what you will.
Cup half empty, cup
That's
half
right.
full.
There you go.
Know?
That's
Right.
And we have our Sticky Fingers, Grimbold Silent Foot, the halfling, Lightfoot halfling, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. And who is also a burgeoning psychic or psionic powered, little attack thief guy. So, and yeah, we have our also in this photo we have Ireena Kolyana, who they have been trying to safeguard for a while from Strahd von Zarovich, and it seems like they've succeeded. At least that's the last note we've heard, is they were going Zoltan basically took Ireena to St. Angel's Cathedral in the town of Vallaki and expected to safeguard her there. So, but what we'll do here first, we actually have you guys currently set up in the center of town of Vallaki. You recently talked to Olga, or Lunaris did, as well as a young woman who I don't think she gave you her name, but Olga was kind of giving a little bit more insight on how the town laws and such go down, and a little bit of local news. Mainly that only a few weeks ago there was another person who had come into town, a Rictavio, a half-elf bard of some kind, who is apparently a carnival leader or master, and he's currently staying at the Blue Water Inn. And Jax found that from this other young woman, who was very defensive, that her father was currently imprisoned at the Reformation Center, which is a newer building. That's and so that was the most recent history. The most pressing history, though, is 3 days ago, or going on 3 days anyway. You had a session with Madame Eva, the local seer in the Vistani camp just outside of the village of Barovia, who told you that a young Vistani girl is fated to be killed and drowned somewhere at the lake. And so you kind of rushed here, fought some hags on the way, kind of convinced somehow the local guards to let you in, even though you had a person who's constantly on fire. You did a little bit of an investigation, saved a woman who turned out to be more than just a woman. In fact, she seemed to be a were-raven of some kind, or a raven, able to transform into a raven. And she basically said, pretty sure, though, that I don't know where that little girl is, but the tracks and everything looked like they lead back to town. So, and that's why you guys are back. So that's where we find ourselves. Did I miss anything?
Sounds good. I don't think so.
No.
I think you touched on all the bases.
Oh, that was one of the things that you were. I think the only other thing that I remember you guys talking about was trying to get a list of people coming and going through the gates.
Yes.
And the guards being like, well, we don't do that sort of thing. If you really wanted to do that, I suppose you could ask the Burgomaster. And that was the other thing, I think.
That's who we were trying to find.
Right.
In town, so we could possibly get him to help us. Maybe.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so,
maybe possibly fingers crossed.
if you do ask, it's not very difficult to find. The nicest house in town is straight to the west from where you guys are. So,
All right, I gotta get my map in the right place because it's very much in a weird dead space. So,
oh, nice. I was telling Lunar and Sean in particular last night that I was pretty sure I screwed up all of my fog of war for you guys. And well, it was all black. It just like all the lines that I made around all the different, not in town, but like in certain buildings in the interior for like when you walk around and the shadows prevent you from seeing, or certain walls prevent you from seeing. All of that was black. It was all bunk. It all broke.
No.
And so I was kind of panicking a little bit last night, and I kind of texted Lunar, who had some fun with some eating things last night and was unavailable. And
Lunar's in their own world, and you're panicking.
Yeah, exactly. Like literally. Exactly. They went in a whole different direction. And I wasn't really panicking. I was just more like I was one of those things where I know I'm gonna, at some point, all my work that I've done to like make this really interactive map is gonna go like kaput. And I was kind of just did that sigh where I'm like, but then I asked Sean, are you busy? Can you help me? And within like 5 minutes I fixed it. And it was all thanks to you. So thanks, Grimbold.
No problem.
You're useful for something. No, just kidding.
Yeah. I wasn't busy playing Phasma or anything.
See, you don't always need a tall person to help you. Hobbits can be useful.
That's right.
Indeed.
The power of hobbitry.
Yeah, the unsmart person helped. Yay.
Oh my god. Stop calling yourself unsmart.
Not at all. No, I was pretty
the first
confident.
Time I said unsmart.
I was pretty
in my abilities.
Pretty confident.
I know what you were alluding to, so
yeah. If anybody could help, I just needed one person, just like, hey, tell me what you see, and then okay, now tell me what you see, and okay, now tell me what you see. And we figured it out.
Can you see me now?
Can you see me now? Good.
Is it
actually,
better
it was more
with
like
A or B?
It was actually more like, can you see this now? Shit. Can you see this now? Shit.
Oh no.
Oh, there, it's fixed.
Yep.
Well, and a little bit of extra, but it's fine. Yep. Forgetful moments. That's right. That's what the good goldfish brain is for.
All right, so what do you guys want to do? The world is your oyster at this level.
Have we filled each other in on? Did I fill everybody in on what I found out from our girly girl that I talked to, or not yet?
Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
You can share what you each got from either Olga and or young woman who went crying and pushing you.
We might want to do that not in the middle of this town square. So, can we wander off somewhere?
Well, we were planning to go west to the Burgomaster place.
Yeah.
Maybe we can.
So I'll say this: even though you see these guards kind of just sitting here, technically no guard is actually allowed to stand still for too long. So they're actually always on patrol. So I'll kind of give you a little. So for example, these two, like they obviously go all the way around and kind of do like a circuit, and this one goes up this way.
Okay. So we can just kind of keep our eyes peeled for when they're around and like act casual.
Yeah, so you can presume that like there's not a lot. I would say a caveat to that is this one guard here. They are almost always actually in the square watching the people who are moving around, and especially the people in these stockades with some of them with like weird animal hats on.
Well, let's maybe like go this way, and we'll like casually talk quietly and fill each other in, and make sure we keep our eyes peeled for guards or suspicious listening ears maybe. Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good. All right. Yeah, I told
Works.
you guys everything. You were here. You don't need me to repeat it.
I'm sorry, my little ears were like not listening.
That sucks to suck. No, I'm just kidding.
Be like, huh?
A quick recap of what she was crying about, or what.
So
Yeah.
basically, that girl that ran by crying, her father was arrested for going against not the Burgomaster, but what's the dude's name?
Yes.
Is that-
No, it was the Burgomaster.
It was the Burgomaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the Burgomaster. Okay, for going against the Burgomaster, and if you do anything that is against him, you have a few different phases that you get put through, of either reformation or, So.
Yeah, I spoke with Olga, who was telling me about the crimes and the criminals and the stockades and stuff, and talked about the festival next week in 5 days. And she also mentioned there's a bard or a storyteller named Rictavio in the Blue Water Inn that we can entertain ourselves with if we want.
The girl would like us to help her father if we can. She wanted to see him, and they wouldn't let her. So I'm hoping that maybe we can.
Well, we're on the way to see the Burgomaster to ask about stuff, so I don't know about asking too many favors. But...
I don't know that we can ask to get her father out, but if we end up in a situation where we can help him, maybe we can.
I see.
Why can I just assume or imagine Grimble going like, jailbreak?
Something on the slightly...
Of course you say that, and I just go right to AC/DC.
Well, cool. Maybe we can persuade.
Something happened out there.
We'll see how the Burgomaster is.
We'll see. Maybe he likes girls with purple fire. I don't know.
Perhaps. Or maybe half Celestials with pretty faces.
Maybe.
There you go.
Owlbear is black for me again.
Oh.
Is it?
Oh, no.
It's not for me.
Okay, it's just me.
Yeah.
Right.
You're gonna have to drag me around.
I'll drag you there. So.
Also, I'll do a perception check just as we were walking through that square. I wasn't sure if there's anything special about that statue we passed by or this well we're coming up on.
That's a good question, actually. Let me see.
After the last town, I wouldn't be against looking down.
Is little
this
Timmy
well.
in the well?
Sorry, do you actually want to see or look at this?
Yeah, sort of. Just if there's any plaque or anything to read as we're walking by.
Sounds good.
You want me to roll the perception?
No, that's fine. It's pretty okay. Just give me a second to. Okay. In terms of the statue at the center of town, the plaque says, "In honor of our founder, Boris Vallakovich," and the date on it suggests that it's about 500 years. Not the statue 500 years old, but that the town of Vallaki is about 500 years old. So it seems like the Vallakovich family, Vallaki, likely has its patron center stage here. The man is something of a strong-jawed, almost wanting to be like a mix between like Superman and what would you say, or like the Clark Kent, really strong jaw type, but also mixed somehow with like kind of a politician kind of look. So yeah, he's quite handsome looking and very esteemed and well built and everything. A decent specimen of a man that is being chiseled into this the statue. The statue doesn't look that old. It looks like it might be around 150 years old at most, looks like it's been relatively well taken care of. Made of some sort of sturdy stone, a single piece carved out. So, but yeah.
Thank you.
As you guys are trucking along, walking towards the Burgomaster's mansion, you come in contact with a familiar face coming down the road from the north. She raises her hand in greetings as Ireena Kolyana comes up.
Hisashiburi. How are you?
I am as well as can be expected, I suppose. I'm afraid we have
Why are you
unfortunate
alone?
news.
Is that the unfortunate news?
Yes, sort of. Although I'm alone,
no.
not because it's unfortunate. Zoltan was keen on making some investigation at the church, and I decided, well, I should at least introduce myself to the local Burgomaster, seeing as we should have at least some sort of relationship with our neighboring town. But yes, the long and short of it is the hopes of my brother and I was that we understood that the bones of Saint Andro were holy in nature and consecrated the grounds of the church and orphanage both. It seems that, though, that yesterday the bones went missing, that they've been stolen, and therefore, without them, the grounds will eventually lose their consecration.
They went missing just yesterday.
From what was told to me, yes, from the priest.
So not before all of the hauntings started happening, though.
No, as I understood it, the hauntings or what had been going on with the orphanage has been happening for some time.
So probably unrelated.
I was surprised when he said that originally the bones consecrated or are even today hallowed as consecrating the entirety of Vallaki, but I've long doubted that that's the truth. So perhaps they only consecrate the church rather than the orphanage.
Right.
But in any case, the plans for my safety and residence at the church seem like they are not going to happen, at least
Right.
immediately. So I thought I would feel out the Burgomaster about this. The priest, Lucian Petrovich, was extremely uneasy and not wanting to tell the Burgomaster, hoping to figure things out himself.
I imagine he'll probably have consequences, even though it's not his fault they're missing.
Right. So I thought, well, I would hope to give it my own shot, but since you're here, by the way, how goes the search for Arabelle?
Well, we believe she's somewhere here in town. Someone may have smuggled her in within the past 24 hours or so. And we're hoping that because the guards keep a list of people's comings and goings, maybe they have on their list of comings and goings the person that we're looking for who may have taken her. But they won't give it to us. So we were also hoping the Burgomaster may be able to help us, but
I see.
don't know.
Well, it seems like we have lots to discuss with the man. So I'll follow your lead in any case.
I think we should be careful in telling him about the bones, Ireena.
That's what Zoltan basically came to that decision as well, and thought it would be best to begin an investigation as soon as possible. So he's, last I left him, was still at the church, seeing what he can find.
Okay.
So, fair enough. I'll follow what you feel is best. You're the adventurers.
Well, you're becoming quite the adventurer yourself, so.
At that, I do have some questions for you in particular later, but let's do that another time.
Oh, okay. Let's go see the Burgomaster.
Sweet, sweet.
Oh, sorry, Lunar. I grabbed you on accident.
That's okay. I want to perceive the well. I rolled a 16.
You rolled a 16 on the well? Yeah, It's a very nice well. It seems really well built and well built.
Well built.
Does it smell bad? Does it sound like there's zombies down there?
It has a faint scent of some kind of moss or something. If you want to do a nature check, you can attempt to identify something like that. But
sure. I got an 11.
And 11. Yeah, you're not too sure if that's a good moss or a bad moss, but it doesn't smell like bad.
It doesn't smell putrid.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like mint either. So it's like, yeah, it smells like it's very mossy apparently.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's head inside.
Okay, sounds good. Give me just 2 seconds to grab all you.
Enjoy.
All right. So yeah, you guys are kind of walking up. You check a well for a bit, and are kind of eyeballed by two guards who definitely come across as a little bit more skilled than the ones that you've met before. They hold very large pikes in their hands, a longsword at their belts. They're all wearing very nice polished chainmail armor, and a sort of a helmet that has like almost like a horsehair braid up at the top. And yeah, they've been watching you very keenly. They seem to kind of recognize who you are. Apparently word has gotten around, but they are definitely looking at you suspicious like.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Who's taking the lead on this one?
Lunar, you wanna?
Sure, I shall. Hail and well met. We have come to speak with the Burgomaster with urgent news, or urgent matters. May we seek an audience?
Yeah, they kind of look you up and down and ask, what is the business pertaining to?
It is pertaining to missing children. We've already brought some back to the orphanage, lovely enough. And was there anything else, Jax?
I mean, we have one more missing child that we're looking for that we think might be in town, and we just need help.
Right, we're doing investigations that require us to, find out who's come into the city at a certain point of time yesterday.
And
It was yesterday, right?
It was within the past 24 hours, but we need his help. So.
Well, the Burgomaster does have the law and justice foremost in his mind, so that seems fine. And just as he is about to introduce you, or like kind of go off and kind of usher you in. Ireena pipes up and also says, also, would you let him know that the daughter of the Burgomaster of the village of Barovia is here to see him as well. He kind of like perks up to that and says, yes, of course, ma'am. And kind of ushers you all into into the house, into the mansion. Give me 2 seconds here.
Yes, I forgot to introduce her. That was the other thing.
That's all right. She introduced herself. She's a big girl. She can speak for herself.
Exactly.
I don't know that we want to like leverage her given the way that things happened before. So I'm trying to be more subtle about it.
That's fair. Yeah, she. It seems like to her it would be. Yeah, it seems like it was an important thing for her to say.
Okay.
This mansion has walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doorways. I'll usher you all in. Let's go. Trade your spots. Framed portraits adorn the walls on this grand foyer, which features a wide staircase with a sculpted railing. A long carpeted hall attached to the foyer stretches almost to the length of the mansion, and has several doors leading away from it, including one at the far end. Bundles of twigs are heaped against the walls.
It's a little odd.
Basically, all of these are like bundles of wheat and twigs and tinder and everything like that. The guard goes up to this gentleman over here who appears to be a servant of some kind, and explains that basically a situation that we have adventurers who are seeking an audience with the Burgomaster, as well as the daughter Ireena Kolyana of the Burgomaster of the village of Barovia, and that they wish to see the Burgomaster. And he nods and ushers you over into this room over here. Which is a kind of a sitting room. There's some books in the corner there. You can. He tells you to make yourself comfortable. As he departs, the guard goes back to his place, and the guy appears to be going upstairs to go and fetch the Burgomaster for you.
Okie
dokie. Right. What would you guys like to do? I will say that at least 10 minutes passes during this time.
Is there anything for us to like look at or check out, really?
Yes, sorry. Let me
Yes, what is in this room?
Can we get some perception going, you know?
I roll perception.
I'll do the base for now, and I'll let you guys do your rolls.
Okay.
Padded chairs and couches line the walls of this cozy carpeted den. The room reeks of pipe smoke, and mounted on the east wall is the head of an angry-looking brown bear.
Brown bear. Right here.
Yeah, that's all I'll share for now.
I'm apparently not very perceptive right now because I only rolled a 4.
Oh,
far.
Don't worry.
Plus 1, I 5.
Wow.
You perceive some smoke. Somebody likes to smoke a lot. That's all you know. Give me a second.
11.
Wow, you guys.
Maybe I'm thirsty, all right. Maybe I need some water. Maybe I'm dehydrated.
Maybe I'm thirsty.
I got a 19, so I saved the day.
Ooh.
All right, our hobbit's carrying us.
If there's any failure about a 19, you can
Typically,
always
this is the other way around. So
I would hope that 19 is not a failure.
19 is not a failure. Yeah, the only thing that you really make any major note of is the books lining the wall have a lot to do with the Vallakovich family. It has a lot of religious volumes as well in terms of prayer books for the Morning Lord. You have a history of Vallaki, which also, if you kind of peek inside, does seem to feature a lot of Boris Vallakovich and what he had to do in league with St. Andrel and how they were good friends. That St. Andrel was, what would you say, indebted to the man, and so he rested himself here as the church, St. Andrew's Church, or cathedral, was crafted as well. And it does take some note of the minor families of the area as well. But it's pretty boring.
Yay, boring room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we do have a possibly stealthy person to go sneak around if necessary, but I don't see any need for that right now.
Sounds good. Give me a second here.
I guess that's up to Grimbold and maybe Shanna if she's watching him.
I'm always watching him.
So
I keep my eye on him.
So another about 30 minutes goes by. Do you guys want to do or say anything during that time? I'm just curious.
I'm gonna take a nap. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, well,
30 minutes.
Yep.
Jeez. Okay.
Can we peek our head out the door?
Start to kind of wonder
Sure.
what's taking so long, and so I kind of maybe get up and I'd probably go like peek through the door, or maybe
Okay.
listen, you know.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
17 this time. Much better. I've woken up.
Yeah, there's definitely a guard sort of shuffling right next to the door, just apparently just holding his position next to you.
Okay.
So he's
No bellhop
right
at the
there.
bottom of the stairs.
Are you walking out of the room? I'm just curious.
Am I?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Yeah, let's stay in the room for now.
Not with the guard there.
I was like, okay.
Not with the guard there.
So after about 45 minutes in total, eventually you hear a sort of step to attention, and a guy says, a gentleman says, "Thank you, Chauncey," and opens the door, and two fairly large mastiffs walk into the door.
Puppies?
Puppies, yeah, puppies. Let me just quickly...
Oh, we know where Jax is going.
Sorry, I need to do this real quick.
Mastiffs, those are like mounts for Grimbold.
They are. They actually are.
If it was Great Dane, it would have been better. Is it Mars and Horus?
Mars and
Nice.
Horus, that's the names, yeah. So, a very, sort of well-dressed man. Just because Jax and Grimbold sort of rolled high, you immediately notice that though he has sort of like this really fine sort of, it's almost wants to be a bathrobe, but it's clearly like more of like a robe. and it's very nicely, but underneath you actually recognize that he's wearing a breastplate and a rapier at his belt. He's dressed in very fine clothing. He looks like he's on the last edge of maybe his 50s or the middle 50s. He has sort of squinty, kind of piercing eyes and everything like that. But he sees you at first and kind of looks, but then sort of like a smile automatically plasters right away as he takes note of all of you. And he says, "Greetings, travelers and adventurers. It is very pleasurable to meet you. Please don't mind my trusty dogs, Horus and Mars. They never leave my side, you must understand. How can I serve you today? I understand we have the daughter of the Burgomaster of the village of Barovia. Ireena, is it?" And he moves to sort of shake her hand, sort of thing, very formally. Yeah, what she will. "And how might I help you today?"
Well, we were really hoping you might be able to help us with the list that's keep of the comings and some of the people in town. We're looking for a missing child, and we have reason to believe that someone who has come into town within the past 24 hours might have this missing child.
"Oh dear, that is most distressing. A citizen of Vallaki, you say?"
Are they a citizen? Are they a citizen?
No, she's a
Or
Vistani.
is it somebody? Like the person who came into town, though? Are they a citizen?
Oh, sorry. You would presume as much, yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if they were a citizen or if they were just somebody who was just.
Yeah,
here.
I guess you wouldn't really know, but the fact that they came in without any trouble, you would presume they.
Okay.
Yeah, that they would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I suppose so. Yes.
I see. And so this child is also a citizen?
No, the child is not a citizen.
I understand. That is very distressing news. However, you must understand my position as Burgomaster is I only have authority for those who under my charge here in Vallaki. What is the child to yourself?
The child is someone who may or may not be a key to helping us get out of our own situation within this land. So
I see. It's very distressing indeed. Well, you can understand. My first and foremost priority is the safeguarding of the law and of the citizens of Vallaki. So these are certainly very egregious charges that very much must be looked into. Yes, I'll have it forwarded to my captain of the guard and allow him to make an investigation. Are you going to be staying long in Vallaki?
Well, we have reason to help a few different causes here. We know that the orphanage has been having troubles recently, so we would like to stay a while and help them, and also experience some of your wonderful festivals that we've been hearing so much about. So we'd like to stay for a little while, but we don't want to overstay our welcome either.
No, not at all. If you're interested in the festivals, of course we have one a week. I myself and my lovely wife, the Baroness Lydia Petrovna, design many of them and organize their fulfillment. It is the highlight. It is the grandness of our fair town, and of course we want to encourage, and in fact must encourage, and I welcome you to do so as well, to uplift and have the citizens buoy our spirits every week so that we can fight off this darkness. All will be well, you understand. All will be well, and the only way it will be is if we work together and fight what evils lurk among us. In fact, I if you're in the desiring aid, some of my own, what would you say, officers and guardsmen, they can be a little difficult to work with at times, and so I understand the concerns of my citizens at times in bringing forth their own troubles, and people such as yourself who are outsiders, though may have their own difficulties, they would be more than welcome to aid in my own efforts for law and justice. Would that be something you'd be interested in?
Absolutely. Just to hold up justice, and is that, yeah, or since we'll be here for a while, I don't see why we can't.
Excellent. You seem like the holy sort, and I have great respect. As you can see, we are devoted to the Morning Lord here, and it is with our own faith and with our own perseverance that the sun will shine once again on the land of Barovia. And so routing out these evils is of prime importance, you see. He'll even, as he's saying this, he kind of pushes past his dogs, and he like comes right up to you, and he's like very congenial and almost like it's just shy of conspiratorial. It's just shy of sort of taking you with an arm and sort of like bringing you aside. And he walks to the window, takes a second look at Grimbold for a second, and just sort of ignores you again. And he says,
as one does.
as one does. And he'll sort of continue and he'll say, you see, I have a recent understanding that there are some citizens who are in great disillusionment with what I have been, and my father before me have been trying to do in our fair town, that they push back and even undermine the festivals and undermine my authority here. After all, we, the Vallakovich family, have been here 5 centuries now and in rule, and it's come to my attention that there is a faction growing that may be in danger of allowing the devil, the one who must not be named, to overthrow us. And I, for one, and he sort of spins on his heel, staring directly at Lunaris, I, for one, will not have this. The devil cannot win. This town must be saved, must stay safe at all costs. And so he sort of loosens up. There's the way he flips from like sudden like rage to like a calmness on his face is pretty off-putting. And he walks back across to the door. It's like, and as such, any information, any dissenters, any knowledge that can be gathered and reported, and even better, dealt with discreetly, will be rewarded. So, what do you say?
Well, Well, we can't have the likes of the one that shall not be named roaming around this wonderful town.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly right.
What do you say, Jax, Grimbold? Shall we root out the this insurrection within these walls?
I would be curious to do my best.
Right.
But sir, I would also like to impress upon you the urgency at, which we must find this child, because it's believed that they're in grave danger.
Yes, time is of the essence.
Yes, I understand. Well, I have no doubt that the culprit who has harmed this child is most likely in league with Strahd, clearly, and I would be bereft. I'd be greatly lacking in my duty to prevent anyone from bringing such an individual to justice. Therefore, if you find him, certainly bring him to my captain of the guards or the lieutenants, and we will see him face supreme justice. Now, you say you need something from me in order to do this?
Permission to see the list of people who came into town within the past 24 hours. That the list that your guards keep, and who they are and what they had with them. I don't know if they would have listed whether or not they had a child with them, or if the child may have been hidden in some way, but
well, my deputies and my corporals have extreme responsibility to track the goods, the persons, and the equipment that come and go from these walls. It is highly regulated, you must understand. And yes, I suppose I could grant that provision this one time, and he'll kind of bark out, Chauncey, and the guard, who clearly has not moved from his position, walks in. Behind him. Can I not get... I just want to pick the guy. Whatever. Anyway, the elite guard who had ushered you in comes in, sort of snaps to attention, and the Burgomaster says, "Come with me to my library. I will write a writ of permission for these adventurers to peruse our gate documents for the past few days, and we will do that right away. Now, understand that this is in exchange for any and all information that you might have of those who are dissenting. You, in particular, the individual that is clearly in league with Strahd as well, that you would bring him to us for reformation, and if not reformation, then for justice."
Of course, we absolutely do not support Strahd, so...
Excellent.
Yeah.
At that, he will sort of give his bow and, thank you for your service and your attention to these matters, and he will depart for a time. His dogs kind of are right on his heel. They're very dour dogs. They don't look like they're particularly happy necessarily. They're clearly, though, very well trained guard dogs. And the entire time that he was there, they weren't aloof. They weren't relaxed. They were, watching all of you like steaks. So just waiting for a word for the most part.
Can I ask him to pet the doggos?
What's your animal handling? +1.
Yeah, go ahead. He says, if they permit you to, you're certainly welcome to. Be kind. He'll go to Mars in particular.
I want to try. I want to approach with caution and try and pet the doggos.
Go ahead and give me an animal handling roll.
Just for funsies.
Just for funsies.
I just rolled a nat 20.
Of course.
Plus
one. There is the dog sort of like looks like a complete stone face as you kind of go, and he's just like, nothing changes until he goes. And is totally chill.
The only time I roll a freaking nat 20.
Right? The most unimportant moment in the oh,
Can I pet the doggo?
Can I pet the dog?
Nat 20.
Man. Oh man, classic.
And I also wanted to clarify as well with what Burgomaster Vargas was asking us to do was to stop anyone doing what?
Who might be dissenting. We have to find the dissenters.
Basically, you're an informant now, or at least he believes you to be an informant.
He thinks we are.
Yeah.
Right.
I should ask, are you guys taking that seriously?
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you.
I need to know if I'm rolling insight or not.
No, I'm not.
Okay, that's fine. So
I'm not because of the conversation that I had with the girl and everything outside. Right. I think I'm probably more so like in the middle where I feel like I'm going to trust my gut on what I feel is right in the situations. So
I'll assume that Lunaris, you believed what you're saying, that you do want to and Jax, you are trying to go along with it deceptively, correct?
I don't know that it's necessarily deceptively, but it's kind of like, yeah, I'll do what I need to do kind of thing.
Okay.
But then at the same time, it's like, I'll make decisions as I need in the moment.
All right, fair enough.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Let me just try. In any case. All right, fair enough. Sounds good. You, you're shown out at this point. So it takes about 5 minutes for the Burgomaster to go upstairs, gets a bit of a scroll, comes back, and it's actually sealed properly with the proper wax seal of his house, of the house of Vallakovich, and he gives it to you. And he, he kind of explains, just give it to the individual gate guards that you desire to speak with, and you should have no problems at that point with that permission. It's basically a permission slip.
Yep.
So.
Thanks, Daddy. No.
Daddy.
Wow.
Well, that's more or less how we have to treat him. I mean,
yeah,
the
it's
slightest wrongdoing of the Burgomaster gets you put in stocks or jail.
Yeah,
or
he's definitely full of himself from what you can tell. So
got it.
But yeah, all right. So yeah, you guys have your writ.
All right.
Where are you guys going? What do you guys do?
I'm gonna go take it to the guards.
Sounds good. All right.
Is now along the way to the guards a good time to talk to Ireena about whatever she wanted to chat about?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to take a break right quick.
Okay.
And we'll be right back.
Okay.
Give me like 5. I'll start from there.
Okay.
Nonsense. Totally reasonable man. What are you talking about? Okay. Hi.
What did the crying girls? Hi. The crying girl's dad do again?
He opposed something in particular from the Burgomaster. I can't.
But he would be considered a dissenter, right? Is that what
Yes.
he
Yes.
more or less wants us to do? Is to enforce
it
off the books kind of thing?
Yeah, he was fairly vague about it. You got the sense essentially that the main thing that he's interested in, the most explicit thing that he said was that there is a faction somewhere in the town that are directly opposed to him and his rule, and that, yeah, essentially, and that this is the most dangerous thing. And so, trying to find out who that is and who's involved and all that stuff, he wants help for that.
Well,
So
I'm sure we'll figure it out here pretty soon, but whether we tell him or not depends on, that faction, what they have to say. Like, that's
Right.
why I'm neutral good. My character's neutral good, so we can make the choice, I
Right.
guess.
Right.
And that's why it's like, as far as Lunaris is concerned, they were agreeing to, put evil people away.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
absolutely.
Lunaris plans to do, is put the evil people away. We'll see who's evil.
Yeah, damn those evils.
Yes, we're playing this campaign by the book.
All right.
Risky things.
Shannon's still away.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I'll still ask you guys. Are you guys planning on going to any gate in particular first?
I would assume
the
that
south
gate
one?
with that chick. Where's the girl that we talked to earlier that gave us information?
It was.
I can't.
Oh, that was Olga, the one that I spoke to in the town square.
Was
Or are you talking about the one that Jax was talking to?
the one that Jax was talking to?
Okay. Technically, she
Eastgate.
was. Yeah, she was sort of up and around here where you guys. But, like, she was sort of like. She didn't give you really all that much information about who she is, who her father was, just that her father was in the Reformation Center.
Okay.
So, in terms of, which gate to look for, this is the one you guys came to, was on the east.
Yeah, that's the one where the
Yeah.
blood trail went, right?
That's pretty much, where it eventually led.
So we're likely thinking that they're
Yeah,
from
go
that.
there.
Okay.
That's probably where they came in.
Okay.
And also, who's to say that one of these guards didn't get bribed to falsify a report?
Yeah.
True. I'll just have to use my stealthiness
back.
and hopefully I don't fall over
Welcome back.
and steal
Also,
that log.
oh, there we go. That's weird.
What?
What in the butt?
What in the butt?
Said you want to do it in my butt. I said, what in the butt? Can I? Now I want to sing that for karaoke. I'm sorry.
No. No.
I'm assuming all South Park songs are off the table.
Poker face in the style of Eric Cartman.
Please don't get me in trouble.
Oh my god. Have you listened to that one before?
Yeah.
Love it. There, I don't know if you go like on Instagram, all that, but there's this one guy that's all his thing is. He dresses up as Cartman and just sings all kinds of songs as Cartman. It's so good.
Okay, there we go. I think it's fixed now. Okay. Yeah, this thing is very not being nice to me recently.
You.
The owlbear thing, or what thing?
Yeah, owlbear. All right, so you guys go to the East Gate, or also known as the Morning Gate, and I assume you hand the documents to the guard that you had talked to before.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. He's somewhat surprised that you actually got permission, and looks it over and sees the seal and sees the writing. He's like,
Honestly, I'm surprised by how well that conversation went too.
Mm-hmm.
So
We had to nod and say yes, and everything else that came fall into place.
That's right. I would say essentially, as long as your nose was a little brown, you were okay. Yeah, so he takes it and he hands you the list. It's actually fairly comprehensive. It lists every person that goes in and out of the gate. It lists what equipment that they were carrying with them. In this particular gate, there are quite a few wolf hunters. There's a few farmers, a few tradesmen that come and go. There's a fisherman who goes and comes, and the equipment is kind of all sporadic. A lot of it's pretty standard. You notice that other than the wolf hunters who take bow, arrow, traps, that sort of thing, it's all very mundane, tools and such. Most people don't have any armaments at all. There's a few carts, there's some horses, but yeah, fairly mundane.
There's also a small child with armory and flaming girl, and
Yes, there is.
you see yourself on there.
There is note. Yeah, there is note of that. Yes, grain sacks. There's for farming and stuff like that, or produce. The biggest item that pretty much everybody seems to have are bundles of sticks. So.
Oh, that's in preparation of the festival coming up.
That's
isn't
right.
it?
That's right.
That's
yes.
what's going on.
That's what's going on for
that.
Yeah. So, I mean, the list seems like. Is there anything in particular you're looking for, or?
there's no
Children.
children on the list anywhere.
Let me see.
Besides the ones that came in with us.
Right.
this
Right.
morning.
I'm sure there probably
Obviously.
is one or two, but let me just. Actually, no. There is no children on the list, other than the ones that you had.
All right. Is there any indication there that anyone was injured?
That's a good question.
There were 2 wolf hunters that were fairly injured. Apparently, one of their traps. The guy will actually even tell you about that incident, and so yeah, the 2 wolf hunters. One of their traps that they thought they had a wolf inside. It actually tore its leg off and managed to maim one of the hunters really badly and scratch minor things for the other guy. They managed to kill the wolf in time, but yeah, he's actually currently in not necessarily critical condition, but still pretty hard up. Yeah. He says he even volunteers. He says most of the wolf hunters tend to hang out at the Blackwater Inn, or the Blackwater Tavern. So you might be able to get a fuller story from him, but yeah, I didn't see any. Sorry, we haven't seen any children, not at this gate anyway. So,
Do the gates have a way of communicating with each other on the lists of who comes and goes within them?
each.
Do we just have to go to each gate?
Yeah,
We have to go to each gate.
Yeah, each gate has its own list. I mean, we keep one another apprised of anything grossly unusual.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. So maybe we should check out the other gates then, and then if nothing else, go talk to our wolf hunters and see if we can get any leads there.
So I will say at this point, it is getting close to probably around 6 o'clock. So you were kind of put on hold from the Burgomaster and everything, and just getting across town back and forth, everything else conversationally.
Right.
So it's probably been at least another couple of hours. But yeah, you're certainly welcome to go wherever.
So we are pushing it is basically what you're saying.
No, I wouldn't say pushing it necessarily, but I'm just keeping you apprised of the time.
Zell, you stressing me out. You stressing me out, Zell. Zell.
So I just
You're
have,
talking to somebody who literally like, okay, listen, I'm the type of person who, because of my neurodivergence, this is why. If I have something to do later on in the day, like when I used to work evening or night shifts, I couldn't do something during the daytime. Like I couldn't wake up and like go shopping or go hiking or go anywhere. Like I would have friends who like they'd wake up when I lived in Japan and they would go hiking in the morning and they'd invite me and I'd be like, I can't go.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, why not? And I'm like, no, I can't because I have to work in the evening. And they're like, but that's like 7 hours from now. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I can't because I like in my head, if I go do something else, I might not make it. And I can't do it. I can't do it. It's like a weird time thing.
Yeah, I would say that it's not 12 hours away, but it's closer to 12 hours and 24 hours away. So
Zill's stressing me out.
So yeah, anyway, what do you
I just wanted to confirm we deduced when we started on the way to the lake that there was like blood patches. How did we deduce that was connected to the girl?
The shoe. The
right
shoe.
Right. So
okay, the shoe, and then we also got the clue from the bird telling them that they came this way.
Yeah, I would say so if I were to list all the clues you have so far about what went down, you actually found tracks of a small person and a large person to a spot where there was then blood found, a log that looked like it was overturned, a shoe that was there with some blood, or a shoe probably like dislodged maybe like 6 feet away from it anyway. And then you track those footprints across the path from west to east through the whole eastern forest in the north part of the above the city. And then you encountered the Raven girl, and she basically said, hey, I noticed something similar. I kind of figured out what you guys were doing. And essentially, you can come to that conclusion. I've tracked them already, going east and then to the back to the Vallaki. So, and then you guys decided to do it yourself anyway, and confirm those findings from the Raven girl.
Got it.
So that's the accumulation of evidence that you have.
And was it just a random shoe, or like, are we sure it was her shoe?
It was
a child's shoe.
It was a child's shoe. So probably, if not a child, then a very young woman. Like,
all
right.
The likelihood that it was her shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the likelihood that it was her shoe is pretty high.
I would say,
is it guaranteed? No.
It was probably also Vistani make. So I mean, if you wanted to go that much depth of it, absolutely, it would have been. It would have been consistent with what you're trying to find. So.
All right, we're good. Well, so far we've been here. We have the wolf people, but trying to find out who was injured coming in through the gates is probably a good lead. Yeah,
it was a good idea. So.
Yeah, that was clever. Do we want to go to the other gates, or do we want to just go see if we can talk to the wolf people, or what are we thinking?
Oh, we don't want to lose too much time, but we were pretty sure that they came through this gate, so it might be worth it. Because even on the way to the north gate, we can still hit that Blackwater Tavern.
Okay.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. It's not too hard to find the Blackwater Tavern. You kind of go up straight on the main thoroughway, and there she is right there. All right. Okay. I realized I forgot to do something earlier, but that's okay. We'll do it this time. You guys are going in, all of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The Blackwater Tavern is a dimly lit establishment located near the docks of Vallaki. There's no dock, sorry. Near the center of Vallaki. The exterior of the tavern is weather-worn and somewhat foreboding, with faded black paint peeling off the wooden walls. A weather-beaten sign depicting a stylized black wave hangs above the entrance, creaking softly in the breeze. Inside, the tavern has a rustic and rugged charm, the rough-hewn wooden tables and chairs scattered throughout the main area. The air is thick with the scent of salt water and brine, mixed with a comforting aroma of hearty stew and freshly baked bread. Oil lamps flicker on the walls, casting dancing shadows that seem to move with a life of their own. The patrons of the Blackwater Tavern are a mix of wolf hunters, fishermen, and local guards, their conversations somewhat low and gruff as they swap tales of their exploits and share news from the day of the town. Despite the dour atmosphere, there is a sense of camaraderie among the regulars, forged through years of shared experiences and hardships. At the center, behind the main bar there, you see a man. He looks like this. He is a grizzled old man with weathered skin, deep lines etched into his face from years spent battling the harsh elements of the local lake. His once vibrant hair has turned a salt and pepper gray, and his piercing blue eyes still hold a glint of fierce determination that likely made him a successful fisherman in his younger days. Despite his age, the man carries himself with a quiet strength and air of authority, always keeping a watchful eye on the goings-on in his tavern. His eyes are currently locked on you guys. What do you do?
Hail and well met. Though we may not be in here for a drink just at the moment, but we are looking for information. Do you have the time?
Graham probably wants a drink.
When doesn't he?
I suppose it depends on what kind of information you're looking for.
Well, we're in search of a missing child, to be frank. However, our investigation has led us to need to speak with some of the wolf hunters in the area. Do you know of any in particular that had come in? What was it, yesterday?
Within the past 24 hours, possibly.
Maybe he was injured.
Oh, you might be talking about Zoldar and Yevgeny. I assume you mean the ones that were injured lately.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct. No, you said Zoldar and Yevgeny. Did they have a child with them by chance?
If they did, I would be most concerned. But no, I did not hear of them being around children. They're not the type to enjoy children's company, I'll say that much. I wouldn't trust any child to be with them, if only that they would be put in harm's way with all the wolves that they tend to seek out. Don't get me wrong, it is distressing to hear about a child in need. Have you checked the local orphanage?
Yes. In fact, we came in this morning. We rescued a few children from some night hags. They are safe and sound in the orphanage. But no, this one we are looking for is still missing.
Well, if that be true, then I owe you a drink. That's not something to fail to be celebrated. It seems like you're all in a measure of haste, so come back and see me when you have a moment to rest for the night. But in terms of children, none in my establishment, and none that I know of would be with any wolf hunters. That's for sure. These are all just simple fishermen, and some of them have families. Those who have families tend to be with their families more often than not. Well, some of them anyway. The only, I don't see,
Is there anything you can tell us about these two in particular that came in injured?
Or like where we can find them.
Anything about who they are as well?
Well, they're right bastards if I'm honest. The one is pretty hard, a hard man, and the other one simply just, he might as well be a parrot on his shoulder, always saying the same thing the man just said. So not much of a conversationalist, if I could say. But they're damn good at what they do. They provide a lot of the meat, wolf steaks and hides that you might find for winter, and leather that people might use. But I don't know them personally all that well, I suppose. Sometimes they can be found at the Blue Water Inn. They're not here today. I imagine they're resting up personally, and maybe they're just celebrating at the Blue Water Inn. But now that I think about it, they did. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, now that I think about it, the one Zoldarovich, he does talk about werewolves. Claims that there are werewolves in these lands. I've never seen one myself, but that's the only thing I ever can think that he said that I thought was a little out there. But again, it's Borovia, so what do I know?
Of course.
I'm just an old fisherman.
Well, the older the wiser, So. Do you know if there's anything in particular that these men like to drink?
Well, there's not much to drink, I'm afraid, but they're definitely fond of the wine. We've been a little low on some of our stock as of late. On a good day, they enjoy a cup of Red Dragon wine. Even though they're fairly well off, they drink a good amount and eat much more than that. So a mug of ale is fine once in a while if their traps aren't working as well. But a cup of purple grape mash or the Red Dragon wine, they have it all. Anything with alcohol, frankly. I'm sure there's somebody with some hooch that's built it out of their potatoes, out in the bush there, that they would drink that too, for all I know. So, but they would never turn down some Red Dragon wine, that's for sure.
Maybe we should buy a bottle.
Yes, I mean, if you want to. I don't have many left. Like I said, we are running low on supplies. I don't know why, but it's been almost a week since the Wizard of Wine's caravan has come by and restocked everybody.
Oh.
So I'm not sure what that is. I have some, but
Okay.
I'm afraid the prices are a little higher than usual. I could sell perhaps a bottle for 5 silver pieces.
I will happily buy a bottle for 5 silver pieces from you.
Very good, very good. He'll reach under his table there, or his desk, bar, whatever, and produce it. It's fairly well made. It looks all handmade in terms of every bottle, and there's the top is actually dipped in a wax, and it kind of looks like it's flaming. The way it's just
cool.
the way the wax goes, and there's a little dragon stamp up at the top.
That's fun.
Yeah. So.
You mentioned your shipment of wine has not come in. When Like, where typically does it come from? Do you know?
Oh, the Wizard of Wines. He's in the west there. He has many of his fields. The Makarovich. Markovich? I don't know how they pronounce it anyway. Actually, he's the father of the owner of the Blue Water Inn. Yeah, they're kin in any case. And so, if anybody knows why they might be late, it would be that sort. Nice people for the most part, I suppose. Competitors, of course. So, I haven't gone and asked, if you will. I just assume he's late, and sometimes that's the way it is.
Of course. Well, we'll keep an ear out here for you, and fill you in when we come by for that drink.
Thank you for that bottle and for the information.
Of course.
All right, let's head out then, unless there's anything else anybody needs, Ireena, or...
Do you want to ask anybody else anything that's in the bar, or just the main guy? You don't have to. I'm just more curious.
What do you think? What do you think, Luna?
Yeah, we still don't necessarily know where to find Zoldar and Yevgeny, but so we can still ask.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's.
He's willing to give you give you the location. Tells you that they are. Sorry, I kind of just didn't actually answer that question. Yeah, he says they have a kind of.
I thought you kind of told us, but I wasn't.
They have a small house to the north, just past the Wachter house.
Okay.
So on the map, if you're looking, I can show you. They're probably around here in this sort of weird duplex thing.
Werewolves, huh?
My map needs to load again.
I'll even put it down.
Yeah, I think we got enough information. We don't need to bug anyone else in the tavern.
What is our knowledge on werewolves?
I'm sure Zoltan would know lots about it.
Zoltan, unfortunately, is not with us, though.
You guys can roll Arcana if you want, I guess.
Arcana? Or nature?
19.
Arcana?
Uh-huh.
16.
Mm-hmm.
13.
They're shape changers. They have incredible healing abilities. It's very difficult to keep them injured. If you do want to get past their natural armor, you require a silvered blade of some kind. They have extremely keen hearing and smelling, very much like a wolf itself. And they will kill you. They tend to be, on the whole, fairly vicious and unforgiving creatures.
Well, we may need to make sure we have before.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. You need to have what?
The right weaponry before we deal with men.
Yeah, we don't necessarily have the money for that kind of weaponry either. In fact, the weapon I have isn't even silvered, and it's still something I owe tons of money on. I wonder if we can give him a down payment to see if he can silver it for us.
It's possible.
I mean, werewolves, I'm sure, probably can still be susceptible to, fire.
They're probably susceptible to fire still, but
Fire's generally known to be good against regenerative
things.
properties.
most things, you know.
Most things, not
But-
all things. Like,
But it, you know, I'd still like everybody to be prepared. What does Ireena have? Does Ireena have for?
it's a long
For
sword,
weapons?
I think.
Yeah, does she
Yep,
have
she has
anything
a
that-
she has a longsword.
And
Sorry, you wanted to talk to Ireena as well.
we were
correct?
we were supposed to talk. We were
Yeah.
supposed to talk on our walk.
Yeah. She explains that she's always been interested and felt like she might have the aptitude for it, and wondered if you would be willing to teach her about the mystical arts.
Absolutely. As a lover of knowledge myself, I'm always happy to teach and share my knowledge.
Excellent. I feel like I might have the... I've never felt like I've had the ability to do a massive amount of damage, or, you know, I'm not the strongest person in that, you know, while I'm reasonably skilled at using a blade, a supplemental style might be more appropriate. So, in other words, she's about to level up, so she needs to figure out how to become an Eldritch Knight.
I'm more than happy to help her.
Cool.
Eldritch
yeah.
Knight.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I might need a little guidance from you, Zell, on what I need to do to help her. So
It would be more of like a role playing thing. It's
okay.
Yeah. Essentially,
There's
she
not
just
like
wants.
anything specific that I need to.
Yeah. So essentially, it would be like a day or two of like sitting down and, okay, well, how do you use cantrips? What do you know? How do you study this? You know, how do you?
Okay.
The very, very initial studies that is required to become a wizard.
Okay.
Even though you're not a wizard, you're
I
from
understand
Candlekeep.
magic.
Yeah, you're from Candlekeep. Your brother taught you about wizardry, that kind of stuff. So you're the most able-bodied person here that could do it. So
Yeah.
cool. All right. Well, outside of the tavern, time ticks away a little bit. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Let's go find these men. Yeah.
Sure.
You don't sound convinced, Lunar.
Yeah, I don't know. We still haven't gotten any like hint that like the girl's even here, except for what we've discovered outside the walls. There's just so much inside the walls. I didn't expect to be searching for inside the walls.
I mean,
big
do you have
spot.
another idea where we might maybe to go, or?
Not necessarily. Like, I mean, we're on. I'd say we're probably on the only lead we have right now, for the most part, without actually having to go to the other guardhouses, north and west.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking that south side too. You know, myself and Zoltan had kind of investigated a little bit on the outside, and it seemed okay. There was guards all around, but I mean, I'm wondering if they may have even bypassed the gate altogether and just snuck in on the south side. There's guards over there. Anyway, let's go check out these guys. Older?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Oldovich.
Zoldarovich, whatever. Zoldovich. Inyas Gadvini. All right. Zoldarovich and Kroshkin are the last names, so I'll say that. Yeah, you can find their house pretty easily. They Krushkin is the one who opens the door, and basically comes out. He's a kind of greasy looking fella. Kind of parted hair down to his neck. You see a really mean sort of slash, and then it turns into 3 slashes along his forehead and his cheek, and he kind of growls and says, "What?"
I guess I'll continue. Greetings and well met. We're investigating a missing child, and our investigation has brought us to your front door. I've come to understand that you or someone from this household was injured from a wolf yesterday or this morning.
He just scowls at you and raises his hand to his face.
I see. Is that what happened?
Wolf.
Wolf. Well, did you happen to come across anyone such as a small Vistani child that has, across in the north area where you were attacked by the wolf?
Don't like Vistani, don't care. Slams the door in your face.
Yeah.
We have drinks.
It takes a couple seconds. He opens it. No children.
Are you talking about our young friend here? Or our small friend?
No.
He's not a child.
No children here.
Okay.
He kind of holds out his hand.
Can we come in?
He finally opens the door and allows you to come in. You're hit with the overpowering stench of like wolf's piss and sort of and like tanned leather. The inside, it's like the bottom half of this sort of duplex kind of thing. There's a staircase that kind of goes up and around to the second half, and he says, "Be quiet and quick." And yeah, so there's basically there's one room that kind of is off, and it's basically an outhouse for all intents and purposes. That's a bathroom. The rest of it is all one large kind of room with pelts, wolf heads all over the place, huge iron traps of various sizes, some that could catch bears, some that could catch wolves, other for more conventional game and everything like that. There are like chains. It's the worst version of like a dude's cabin out in the woods sort of thing. If you didn't know he was a wolf hunter, you would think, wow, this guy might be a serial killer.
Right.
All right. Where are your glasses, sir?
He comes out with like this carved, like very poorly carved cup, and he just kind of slams it down, and it's just the one. He doesn't appear to have any other dishes. It also looks like it hasn't been washed in at least a month.
All right. Well, I'm going to pour him a very large glass, and then I'm just going to take a sip from the bottle and pass it. So.
Okay.
All right. Let's chat. Let's chat. Listen. We really need to find this child. Have you seen a child on any of your adventures been wolf hunting recently?
He like looks like he actually thinks about it for a moment, and then turns to you and says, "No."
Have you seen any markings of a child, any shoes, any footprints, anything that would
lead you to believe there were children anywhere, somebody who might be suspicious, who might take a child?
No, but I could figure it out.
Figure it out how.
Figure it out quickly.
You need a tracker. I need coin and wine.
Okay.
If you can help us find this child quickly, we can help you.
They're lost in forest.
They were lost in the forest, and we have reason to believe they were brought back here.
Ugh. He takes a big gulp. Forest, one thing. City, another. Orphanage. Children all over the place. Nothing I can do.
They're not at the orphanage. Not at the orphanage.
No?
He thinks about it for a moment and says, "You think child was smuggled?
Yes, that's what I believe.
Then
What about you, Lunaris?
I also think that we actually were able to get a look at the dossier of people coming in. There was no mention of any child, and
he basically like motions to give it to me. Basically,
I pour him some more wine.
no.
Oh, you mean
Like,
the-
I mean, he
oh,
doesn't.
were
He
we
doesn't
allowed
do
to
that.
take
But
it?
well,
Oh.
yeah, it was probably a copy or something like that. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Or I guess
Okay.
no. I guess technically you wouldn't have been able to get it.
No, exactly.
You're right. So he'll say, "Describe it. Who was coming in?"
So, we describe the names that we remember from the dossier,
Yeah, the sacks, the twigs, the
list
the
of items.
the injury from the wolf hunter incident.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of like, I rolled bad, so he's like, without seeing, no clue.
We could take you to the gate. We have the permission. I'm sure they would show you.
He grabs the bottle of wine out of your hand, having already like drunk the rest of his, and is like, "Let's go."
Okay.
Payment enough for him for now.
Sounds good. Yeah, he's probably gonna want coin later.
That's fine. We'll figure it out.
Figure it out. Nothing unreasonable.
So yeah, it's like take another 10-15 minutes to get back to the, well, not even, about 10 minutes maybe, to get back to the eastern gate, and you have a second go around at the list. Oh, well, okay. With you guys helping and kind of, talking it out and everything like that, he says, "Here. Very strange." And he points to the fisherman. He's like,
Why?
"Fishermen go from the north. Why would a fisherman come from the east gate? It's very strange."
Huh.
That is an interesting point.
Unless they went
is-
all the way east. And look, here. He kind of goes up even further. He came from the east, but he didn't leave from the east, so he must have left somewhere else.
From the
Strange.
Definitely. Do you know his name?
It's written there. It's Bluto.
Yeah,
Well, do you know him though?
Bluto? Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. Bluto never catches fish. Useless. Totally useless, man.
poor guy.
Bluto lives near the cart and wheel. And he'll show you, basically. And he'll mark it on your map.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Very helpful.
You can thank me again.
Can I buy you another bottle sometime?
Sounds good. Now, farewell. And he kind of walks off, drinks his wine, and
I
enjoys
like
the day.
him.
I like it. Yeah.
That's good.
See? And that's why I bought that bottle.
That's good. That's good. Oh, well done. Well done.
And I thought it was a gift for me.
No.
All right. Are you guys going to Bluto's house?
Let's go. Ikimashou.
Sure. Oh.
Oh, that's how you spell Bluto. I literally spelled blue and toe.
Oh my gosh.
Blueto. He's got a blue toe.
That's funny.
He had a.
It's like
little bit
Pluto,
of
but with a B.
problem.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the same as what's his name? Popeye's buddy. Bluto,
Oh
isn't
yeah.
it?
Is it Bluto?
I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, I think you might be right, actually. Yeah, Popeye's nemesis.
Yeah.
Or
Popeye the Sailor Man?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh no. Definitely showing our age.
All right. You guys come across Bluto's house. It's in pretty rough shape. Fairly similar to the one you were at, except where, sort of the exterior was kind of hiding things. Like it seemed like a reasonably okay house on the outside. This one is clearly on the edge of town for a reason. The shingles are all like half of them are kind of fully like ripped off, or part of the house is actually like sunk in for the roof. And yeah, it's in poor shape. What would you like to do?
Let's knock on that door.
Do we knock on the door? Do we let ourselves in?
Is there a door?
There is a door.
Does a door exist here?
There is a door. Yep.
Do we need perception?
Do
I'll
we
say
need to perceive the door?
standard perception shows that there's only one entrance. There's a couple of windows that have been boarded up. There's one window that still has a very dusty, dirty, grimy glass pane. And yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, I would like to perceive the door and then knock on it.
All right. You perceptively knock. There is no answer to your knocking.
I say we let ourselves in.
All right.
Are you letting yourselves in surreptitiously, sneakily, or are you just walking in? It is getting later at night, so it's not like it's.
I say we sneak the fuck in. What you guys think?
Yeah, let me do it.
As long as we do not steal, deface, or despoil any property, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, because that doesn't break the law.
Right.
We're not breaking the law.
All right. I will make you all do a sneak anyway, stealth roll.
Weird.
Okay.
25.
That's not surprising.
Phased through the wall. Damn, Shadowcat got small.
Grimbald just teleports.
All right. Is Ireena coming with us?
I got a 9.
Ireena's fine to go with you. Yeah.
Would you get,
I
Jax?
got a 9.
Okay.
Oh, no way.
Go. Sorry, you guys do.
I rolled.
Critical fail.
No. The exact opposite. I rolled 2 20s.
What?
Because I have disadvantage on my stealth.
Oh, you have disadvantage on stealth?
Yeah. And
Yeah, because you're wearing armor.
I'm a sneaky. I'm levitating. That's how I'm not making noise.
Levitate, 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 levitate.
Sneaky.
There's nobody
Oh my
here
God.
whatsoever.
Right? Of the times.
Even better, Lunar, for those who might have been watching you, I rolled a 20, and I rolled a 1. They also happen to get disadvantage right now.
Oh no! See, that's what I thought I was gonna see. I saw the 21st, and then I'm like, oh, the other one's gonna be a 1. Nope.
So as you guys are going in, there's a loud crash coming from the area over here. As a horse kicks over a bucket or something like that, and so it's the perfect time for you guys to kind of just sneak in, as they're likely distracted. So,
Perfect.
yeah.
Glory guides me.
All right. Perfect. So you guys come in. It is in a very similar state. It looks like whoever is in here is literally obsessed with fishing. Not only does he have multiple like trophies of fish that he's done, but he has an anchor on the wall. Like his decorations are all strange. He has a hammock in one side of the room that is made of fishing net. He has a bed that is it looks pretty sullied and soiled. The kitchenware is even like chiseled into like looking like they have fish fins on the ends. So the guy is clearly loves to fish, or loves fishing.
Apparently can't catch it.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check whilst you're in here.
15.
7.
Okay.
And
Okay. You guys don't really catch it at first. It's Jax who seems to have the better eye. There seem to be like some chairs like that look like they've been toppled over and everything like that. And as you're you're just being more thorough than everybody else. Basically, everybody else is kind of just scanning. You end up looking under the bed just on a hunch, and you find a sack that has blood on it and looks like it's been ripped open.
Okay. Guys, check this out.
So yeah, it looks like the sack could have easily carried a small human being. It could easily fit Grimbold anyway. And yeah.
Grim, can you fit in here?
I'm gonna test that.
You're inside a semi-bloody sack. Good job.
I definitely think a kid could have fit in here then.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
but yeah, as you sort of search the rest of the home, there's a little sort of attic or like a crawl space. You kind of go up there. It looks like a bunch of, old collectible stuff that this guy's done, but so far as you can tell, nobody's here.
All right. Are there any clues as to where he might be?
The best clue that you have is it looks like there might have been a struggle at some point. So you kind of, again, you rolled high enough that's not too much. What it looks like is somebody was in a sack under the bed, managed to get out, and was interrupted or wrestled or something like that. Seeing as there's a bunch of chairs and other things that are kind of pushed aside. So whatever happened, it seemed like maybe the child escaped or something like that, but was stopped somehow. So.
Okay. Maybe we should look around and ask some neighbors if they.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. You guys all fan out to do so, or
should we do duos?
Sure.
Okay.
Grim, do you want to go together? Ireena?
Yeah, that way you guys can do your talky talk.
Girl
Yeah.
stuff.
Go stuff. We're gonna braid my weave
Oh my god.
because the weave is the magic. Anyway.
Yeah, I see what you. I get it. I get it.
For some of us who don't get the joke, no.
Yeah.
Oh my
For those who
God.
don't know, that magic is literally called the weave. So good times. Okay. Let me. Here we go. Everybody, give me an investigation check, please.
Investigal.
For the record,
Investigal.
for the record,
Investigal.
I didn't give you the investigation check earlier because I wanted you to think about, like, okay, well, I gave you an explanation of the list, but nobody asked to, like, roll an investigation. So it's like, okay, maybe they'll figure it out.
Oh, okay.
On the list. So I won't always, so as I'm doing right now because it's easy, but I won't always tell you what you might need to roll to figure things
Okay.
out. So
Okay.
I don't want to, like, part of it's like I don't want to handhold you the whole time, but the other part is like, oh, maybe they'll figure it out. I'm actually curious. So,
Okay. Okay. So we can ask for something like an
oh
investigation.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. If I'm not gonna like flag you. If you want to figure something out or do something that is a skill, definitely tell me. So
Okay. Okay. Cool. I rolled a 10
10. Okay.
time.
20.
Oh dang. Okay.
I got an 18.
Okay. Yeah, so you happen to find the two people who have seen stuff. Lunar, you actually just don't get anything super helpful. What you do get is a gossipy lady who just happens to know the goings-ons of everything in here. She starts to complain about the cart and wheel owner and allowing his horses to defecate so much, which is really annoying, kind of thing. It just stinks things up, yada yada yada.
Sure.
She does mention that Bluto hasn't caught a fish, to her knowledge, in over 10 days. So at least 100 days that he hasn't caught a fish. And she feels sorry for the poor man. You know, he was never married and he just has always loved fishing and yada yada yada. So he's a terrible drunkard, you know, and it's only gotten worse. And I actually think that he's really heavy in debt now, because, I mean, it's just getting ridiculous at this point. I don't know who these people are that he keeps getting money from, but you know, I admittedly I've given him a few copper pieces myself, so, you know, to get a mug of ale, but yeah, no, I haven't seen him. I don't think I've seen him today. I saw him yesterday. At first I thought maybe he caught a fish or something like that, but just there's no way I don't think anybody's caught a fish that big, so just probably some potatoes or something for his dinner.
Oh, how so? Was he carrying a sack of food?
Yeah, it looked like a sack of potatoes or something. Yeah.
Where was he heading?
Oh, he went home. That was
Where's
yesterday.
home? Oh, yesterday. So he
Yeah.
brought the sack home yesterday. Do
Right,
you know where he
right.
went today? Because
I
doesn't
haven't
appear to be home.
No, I haven't seen him today.
Your information has been absolutely wonderful. I do hope that they do something to call the horse patties.
Absolutely. It's terrible. I don't know what they're feeding them, but whew. Grimble, you're the one who gets the most useful information, and you don't even have to ask questions. You just happen to hear over here a younger man talking to his wife, and his wife basically says, "Did you see Bluto grabbing a cart there earlier? I don't know where he's off to, but I've never seen him need a cart before. Doesn't he have his own? Doesn't he have his own cart that he brings? Is that really awful one?" And the guy's like, I don't know. He's drunk all the time. I don't get Bluto. The fact that man can't catch a fish is just sad, especially for how much he loves fish. Do you say anything?
That's very interesting. No, I'm not gonna let them know what's going on.
Okay, fair enough. All right, you guys reconvene at some point and share your guys' information.
Yep. Absolutely.
Ireena finds that she doesn't have anything,
No.
productive to help, but
My owlbear's gone again.
oh no.
Yeah, I think oh no, I just zoom out, and Sean, just zoom out and zoom back in and you'll find stuff. That's what it is happening, I think. Yeah, because if I zoom out, all of a sudden there's stuff there. Like I can see
You're fresh.
I can see the party quest journal, and then I can't find where we're at though.
We're up the
Lost.
top right of the map. Yeah.
I'm lost. Oh, I see where you're marking, Lunar, but it's all black for me. That section is black.
Oh yeah, it is.
It says it's working. It says it's
Yeah.
working.
It's probably me.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I'll fix this for next
It's
time
okay.
for sure.
It's not a big deal. I can see your screen, so it's not a huge deal.
Yeah. So, in lieu of the owlbear being silly, what do you guys say? Like, so you guys share all your information and stuff?
Yeah, I definitely share about the cart that he was taking.
Yeah, he got a new cart of some kind.
Okay.
So that just
we should try to find that cart.
It should be noted that you guys did find the remnants of an old cart when you were doing your search as well. I forgot to mention that. So
that was a really old cart, though.
That's right. Yeah.
So
that's how busted it was. There we go. It's working.
Yeah.
So yeah,
okay.
He was basically using so putting the pieces together. The cart that he was using to carry the girl busted down, literally fell apart, and so he had to carry her, and managed to make it. But he went all the way around, yada yada yada. So now he's getting a new cart, apparently.
Okay. Well, are there any tracks from this cart that we might be able to follow? I'm assuming a cart might leave some traces in the ground.
It would leave some.
Possibly.
Depending on how heavy the thing inside of it was.
It is cobblestone, so if he just rolled up to his own house and rolled down, nothing that seems to be like. I mean, you guys can roll for it if you want. See what you can find. But...
Or maybe we can find our wolf people again and see if he can help us.
Investigation.
Yeah, investigation. Gribble has a good investigation, didn't he?
Not right now, no.
I think we should go.
I got a 6.
We don't have a lot of time. I think we'll go talk to our guy again and see if he'll help us.
All right, fair enough.
Which guy?
Our wolf guy.
Wolf guy.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Sure.
All right, let's go bother him.
And I got a low investigation score as well.
So you have Jenny Krushkin. I'll send it. I'll just.
Oh, I rolled a 17, but I still don't think that's gonna help. So.
Yeah, I mean, you get just looking at the stone, like you could tell, like certainly there has been some traffic, but up and down footsteps, you can't really tell. You're just not you're not a great, amazing tracker necessarily.
Yeah. All right, let's go talk to Wolf Boy.
Wolf Boy, okay. Yeah. You knock on his door. He basically finishes off the bottle of wine. What?
Sorry to bother you again.
we were hoping we might be able to get your help in exchange for maybe some more wine or payment.
He looks outside and says, "Pretty dangerous. Getting late."
Well, you don't seem the type to be scared.
Only fools not scared of nighttime in Barovia.
Well, I suppose I'm a fool. I'm not scared.
Are we sure he's going to be able to track after drinking that
I
bottle?
was waiting for somebody to
Yeah.
figure it out. He looks drunk for sure.
He's got another friend who could help us though.
From not only his inebriated state, but just in general, he says his other friend is hurt, so he's actually laid up in bed right now. So he can't actually do anything. And then he basically his price would be 150 gold pieces at least
shit.
to do this.
Wow.
Whereas like it's just too dangerous. Like he that's not how he's obviously sort of arguing, and he only speaks in like very small sentences kind of thing. Is like I could do it, but like it's just too dangerous. It's getting dark. Like it'll be dark in an hour. So
We just need to find out where the cart was going. If it does go out the
ask people. Go away. Go into bed. Shuts the door in your face. Yeah, basically advises you, okay, well, go ask if you've seen Bluto anywhere.
All right. Well, we guess a bit. I'm thinking that.
Just start walking around yelling his name.
No,
Where
no,
did you
don't do
find
that, Graham. I swear to God.
Did you find the cart north of the city? Where'd you find the broken down cart?
So basically, you found the girl, and the girl's shoe
The
and the
shoe.
blood on the west bank of the forest there. The trail led across the road to the east side, and you found the cart about 100 meters into the woods, if I remember correctly. Something like that. So it looked like he probably had like put her in the cart, drove her across the road, the cart broke down, and then he grabbed the bag that she was in or whatever, and carried it all the way back to Vallaki, which would have taken a very long time.
Because he was going around.
Yeah, he not only did he go around, but he's going through the forest, and
Yeah.
it looks like the actions of a drunk guy for sure.
So I'd say the next thing that we should do is take a look at the dossier of the north camp wall, rather. Gate. That's the word I'm looking
That's
for.
it.
Gate.
That sounds good. Yeah.
And see who left with the cart at what time.
Cool.
All right, let's do it.
I'll say this probably took you guys up to, I'd say probably the better part of probably around 8-ish, 8:30
Okay. So
at night.
mostly almost dark.
So it's pretty much dark. It's darker in this land than normal. You see the guards shutting down the gate as they haven't locked it yet, but it's clearly like they're preparing. They're also doing a shift change in the middle of shift change. But yeah, they'll allow you to see the dossier, and the last name on the list is a fisherman known as Bluto, who left with the cart and some supplies.
Can you tell us what direction he went?
Went to the lake, from all I can tell.
At what time was You said is the last one. How long ago?
Looks down at it. People. So you can see a lot of people coming back from the lake. He left a couple hours ago. Said he had one more errand to do.
And he
So
hasn't
you're-
returned.
Right. Are you locking the gates? Like, is he to return in the morning? What's the case?
The gates are locked at 9. So basically, full dusk is what we call it. If anybody needs to come in and they're a citizen, they can come in. But
Is
Yeah.
it usual for him or anybody to come in past the time that the gates close?
rarely. But, I mean, Bluto's a strange sort. He has terrible luck when it comes to catching fish. So far as we can tell, he's never brought any in. At least when was the last time you heard? Maybe 4 months ago? Yeah, but he's sometimes out there all night, and he's got great luck when it comes to not being eaten by wolves. I don't know what it is.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, hopefully we will return.
To the lake.
You're going out now.
So, yeah.
We have to. We have a child to save.
Okay.
Perhaps we can take a guard with us.
We're paid for Vallaki, young man, not for the outlying areas, and not at night. No one's that foolish. There's a reason why we worship the morning lord.
We're gonna get eaten out there.
So yeah,
Let's go.
what do you guys want to do? You guys going up?
Yep.
I
I'm
guess
going.
so. We don't necessarily have any silver weapons. I mean,
I'm going. See you later. Bye.
Ireena
We have
will.
a child to save.
Ireena will, hold you back for a moment and say, Jax, I understand your zeal, but I've rarely seen people out during the evenings without a proper accompaniment, full armor, full health. We've been going all day. It may be very dangerous to go. I don't want to stop you, but the the prophecy, as I understood it, is that she still has about 12 hours, give or take a few. We could go at sundown, or at sunup rather.
don't know.
I swear to God, if this child ends up dead, I'm killing all of you. All of you are getting set on fire. All of you. I'm just letting you know.
I promise we'll go at first light, and it will be much safer. And we will save this child. Okay?
All of you are ending up on fire.
Not the fire.
The last thing you see is purple flames. It's like she looks to the rest of you and sort of nods like, is this what we're doing or are we going? Because she's willing to come with you, but
I think we can wait. I don't think we're capable of.
aren't you guys
in
also
our current state?
I was gonna say, aren't you guys all fucked
injured.
up too?
Yeah, we're
It's
pretty
like you
injured.
guys still don't have hit points. Like it's like
Who needs hit points? Who needs them?
I personally am so willing to let you guys go, but I do not promise that you live.
I choose death.
No.
This is why you need Zoltan to break the vote.
Go take a damn nap, I guess.
Right. We need to go find Zoltan and drag his soulless body with us.
The guards are even like looking at you like,
This bitch is crazy.
that is crazy. Like, you guys are out of control. It's like a television drama to them. So they're watching with rapt attention. So okay. Where would you like to go?
Back to the inn, I guess, or the bar inn.
Well,
You
there's
go.
two. There's the Blue Water Inn and the Blackwater Tavern. We haven't been to the Blue Water Inn yet, but I actually have a quest that I should probably do.
Okay.
So that I can possibly bargain with the blacksmith to make this weapon silvered.
So you're going to finish the night off doing that, and then you two with Ireena are going to go to where?
Just sleep somewhere.
Okay.
On the street. I don't know.
Well, there's only one inn, so are
Okay.
you? Yeah, you going to go to the inn, or are you going to try and just literally sleep on the street?
No. We're gonna go to the inn. Go to sleep.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
We're not just gonna pull out our bedrolls right here.
No.
I think it would be a wiser choice to stay by the entrance just in case he comes back in.
It's not a bad idea.
We could. All right,
Sorry,
let's do that. Yeah. Let's
Say
do
that
that.
again? What are you doing?
To
We're
stay
gonna
by the
we're
gate.
gonna sleep by the entrance of the gate, just in case our friend comes back, and we're gonna let the guards know to wake us up if he comes back.
The guards are not interested in people who are vagrants. If you want to sleep, you have to go somewhere else. If you want to stay guard, that's fine. You can stay and watch. But if you're sleeping, we don't like the homeless around here. Vallaki is a civilized city, a town.
Oh, we can take turns watching. 2 hours. We can send that one person out to the gate
True. We can do that.
if we can.
All right, I'm just gonna go to the inn and go to sleep.
Okay.
she's so like
I'm over this shit. I'm over this shit. I'm over this shit.
I'll
You guys
say
don't
it.
want to go? You want to sleep? What do you want to do? Let's just fucking do something.
I'll take watch.
We can probably go sleep. Honestly, I don't think I can stop those people.
You
by
go
myself.
get your silver shit.
I don't think I can. I have to do the quest first before I can bargain anything else. But yeah,
all
What
right.
quest do you have to do?
I have to convince, quote unquote, the people that haven't paid the blacksmith to go pay him or collect payment from them.
Oh.
He's a collections agent.
Yeah,
Do you need help with that?
probably. If you want to bust some faces in or intimidate someone, I could do that real quick before we go to bed.
I'll come help you intimidate them, but I swear to God, if this
It's
girl dies,
all
you're
in the
getting
name of
set on
good
fire.
Saving.
You're getting set on fire.
All of the fire.
I'm letting you know.
All of the
Fire.
Okie-
Fire.
All right, Grim, what are you doing? Are you going with them, or are you doing something else?
I'll go with them now. There's no point in staying by myself.
Okay. I will. So I won't role play it out too much.
Unless you wanna keep an eye on the gate, Grim, for a little bit.
Could. That's what I was thinking. But if he does come in, yeah, do you know what? I'll stay. I'll stay at the gate. I'll stay hidden.
Ireena will stay with you. She doesn't want you to be alone or anything. And she, out of curiosity, starts asking about the book that made you come here. And she's very curious about it. That you still have it in your possession is very strange. What can you tell me about it?
Not too much. I've only been able to open it once.
And that's what
Here it
allowed you to
is.
get here?
It did. It sucked me in. And that's pretty much all I remember.
Ugh, dang it. Anyway, can I see it? She asks.
Of course.
All right. So you pull out this this ashen tome, and on the side of it is sort of a locking mechanism, and she starts kind of fiddling with it, and she says, "Have you actually tried to like unlock it again? Maybe it'll be a way out."
Tried a couple of times, but nothing has worked.
Well, we have some time. Do you want to do it together? It'd be kind of interesting.
Sure, we can give it a try.
It seems like, at least to her, she doesn't really believe that this thing could have any power or anything like that. She just, she thinks it's interesting. She likes puzzles. Okay. So, in the meantime, Jax and Lunar, Jax more smoldering than Lunar. So yeah, you have the names of these three guards. I'll say that he kind of wrote down a little bit more than that. The assistant to Thimble, basically wrote down one of the guards is at the Reformation Center, and two of the guards, one of them is on the wall, and another one is at one of the gates, the south gate that doesn't open, sort of thing. And I'll say two of those guards are available tonight. The other one is not. How do you want to approach said guards? Are you being kindly? Are you being intimidating?
Well, first off, I forgot that they were even guards. I thought they were random citizens, but
No, they're definitely guards. They're guards.
Okie dokie.
Which is why they can get away with it, right? They can get away with it because they're the bad cops,
Probably persuasively, more or less, probably explain to them that that we met with the Burgomaster and we're in good speaks with him, and that like we could even show him the seal, and I order them to pay for the equipment that they had gotten from Thimdall, the blacksmith.
Okay.
These are dire times, and you know not how much it affects him.
All right. And what does Jax do during this conversation?
Stands back quietly, just looking kind of, intimidating.
Okay. All right.
And dark.
So kind of the good cop, bad guy. I can totally see this too. The good cop, bad cop.
Jax is just being herself. Herself. She might be a little hangry. She might be a little brooding. She might be a little mad that they're not out trying to find this child right now. This is not where she wants to be, and
Perfect. Okay, give me.
She's not afraid to set some people on fire.
Fair enough. Give me a persuasion check at advantage for the first one.
With advantage?
Yeah.
For me?
Yeah. I'll say that Jax is helping by being the bad cop.
No. Got a 13.
Okay. Yeah, he's actually apologetic. This would be the one from the Reformation Center. It looked like he had like a really long day and he's just coming off shift kind of thing. And it looks like he's seen some stuff that just makes him kind of like pitiable, and even maybe a little cautious about his own station. And he explains that he'll take care of it first in the morning. and thanks you for coming to see him, and basically takes off for the evening.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Be sure to visit you again. Give you some head pats.
The other guy is up on his tower. He's just coming on shift, and he's actually in part of the north side of the city, and kind of peeks down at you and says, "What do you want?"
I'm here on behalf of Thimdell, with praise from the Burgomaster to pay your dues in regards to the gear that you've purchased recently.
Kind of looks around, looks down at you. Don't know what you're talking about, and peeks his head back over the tower and seems to be ignoring you. Go ahead and make a persuasion roll anyway, and you can have an advantage as well.
Advantage on this one. Come on, do it. 14 plus 6.
So 20. What was the other one?
Huh? Oh, I had a 14 and the other one was a 10.
Okay. Yeah, he does the same thing. Doesn't seem to be persuaded.
No, persuaded.
Would you like to do
Can
anything
I
else?
set him on fire?
Are you saying that?
Yeah, I whisper that.
Whisper it.
What's Lunar's response?
And I know for sure it's this guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, no.
I'll say that just based on what he's doing, it looks like he knows what you're talking about, but he's purposely being dense.
Okay, we might need an intimidation on this one.
So, Jax
can do that.
Yeah, Jax. So, what are you doing in response to Jax saying, "Can I burn him now?" or whatever you had said?
Can I set him on fire?
That's right.
Set him on fire. I don't know. I suppose I can turn my head away and get distracted by this villager in the distance.
Make sure nobody else is looking.
Go ahead and roll intimidation for me, Jax. Not at advantage though.
19.
Damn it. Oh yeah, right, that gear. Right, yes, okay. No problem. How much do I owe? And it's probably a pretty low sum, like maybe 15 gold pieces.
Yeah.
At that point, he's like, counts it out in a little pouch and throws it at you. Hey, get out of here. Jeez, guys, just leave me alone. Holy yeah, psychos.
All I had to do was lower my hood and roll up my sleeves. This is nice.
Meanwhile, back at the gate, we'll say it's just a little after 9:30ish at this point. Do you actually try and open the book? Okay, go ahead and roll at advantage.
What would you like me to roll?
I
Just
need you to
regular
roll
D12?
a sleight of... Give me a second here. Trying to remember what check I had set for. I'm thinking sleight of hand off the top of my head, but it might be investigation. Do investigation first.
All right. $14.
14, and that was at with advantage.
Yeah, that's the first one. And
okay.
The second one, 12. So, sorry, 13. 14 is the highest.
14. Okay. Yeah, there's you don't know what it is, but you know there's a trick to this book, to opening it. So basically what you have is a primary sort of locking mechanism that's on the side of the book kind of thing. And it's got like a twisting 3-dial thing. And when you move it, there's a click somewhere. And you're not quite sure where, but you think that there's another place on the book that you have to press down before you start messing around with the rest of the dials. And yeah, it's... it seems like it's fascinating Ireena anyway, and she's like, it's definitely unique. I've never seen anything like it.
It's an annoying book though. Trying to get these locks.
Well, thanks for showing me in any case. You can continue if you want to, but yeah, it's that. Yeah. The way I'm looking at it is you can do a roll a day to try and unlock, and you can keep fiddling with it, but it's a roll for the rest of the day type of thing. So
Basically, try and figure it out.
yeah, exactly. I've thought about actually like creating a puzzle for you guys to actually try and figure out for it, but for now I'll stick with the rolls because it's simple. But yeah, so by the time you're all back together and everything's done, it's about 10 o'clock. So far, nobody else has come back through the gate. Most people, the guards basically say most people don't at that point. So, but you guys are basically welcome. You guys have the written seal of the Burgomaster, so they're willing to help you out if you need to, but
I guess nap time.
Still got one more guard at the south gate.
Oh, we do? Okay.
oh, he's not on duty though tonight.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, guess I'll check on in the morning.
So he's already gone to work. So.
All right. Nap time indeed.
All right.
All
Are
right,
you guys
do
going to
that.
the inn or
Yeah.
breaking into a house or?
Going to the end. Going to the end.
All right.
There's a
Climbing
house
in the
right
ladder.
there. Just
All right. So
I'll stay here though.
you'll stay there. Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Fair enough.
You're gonna
Just,
need sleep too.
Yeah, I can come in a couple hours.
Okay.
I'll take a watch just to see if he sneaks in.
All right. So you guys end up going to the Blue Water Inn, which is in the center of town. The Blue Water Inn is a solid and imposing 2-story structure in the center of Vallaki, with thick stone walls and a slate roof. The main entrance is a sturdy wooden door that opens into a small vestibule. A couple of villagers happen to be standing outside right now, huddled in whispered conversation. They cast curious glances at you and others who pass by, but otherwise seem to be keeping to themselves. The air is thick with the scent of wood smoke, which billows from the chimney and hangs in the air around the building. A raven calls out before fluttering away. The muffled sound of voices can be heard from inside the inn, suggesting that it is bustling with activity. A wooden sign above the entrance bears the image of a blue waterfall. This is what you see inside. This isn't exactly the layout, but this is the atmosphere you basically have.
Okay.
When you come in. Oops. Damp cloaks hang from pegs in the entrance, the smell of wet wool and leather hitting you as you enter. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs where a handful of patrons chat quietly, eating and drinking. A woman stands behind, serving drinks and cleaning glasses. She greets you with a smile. The bar stretches along one wall, a variety of bottles and barrels behind it, promising a wide selection of drinks to choose from. Above the bar, as you walk in, there are 2 balconies to the east and west of the building, which look down over top of the tap room. A staircase to the north leads up to the east balcony, and you can see the gleam of light reflecting off the polished wood banister. The windows are fitted with thick shutters that can be barred and shut, giving the place a secure feeling. Lanterns hang from the ceiling and cast a warm amber glow throughout the room. Candles sit on the tables and the bar, sending flickering shadows across the room. The walls are decorated with mounted wolf heads, and a symbol of a raven hangs on the balcony, adding to the rustic charm of the place. So I'll show you the lady who seems to come up to you guys and greet you.
Oh, she cute.
Damn.
Yeah, she's sweet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I should have gone to the bar.
It's like, damn it. Give me 2 seconds as well.
Wow.
Because I'm going to grab y'all and put you
You're
on
at
the
Blue
map.
Water, right?
Blue Water in yet. Sorry, I'm going to put them in a different place.
Oh, okay, you got him.
Yeah, there's a new map that I'll show you as well. Yeah, so this rather attractive, fairly long neck. She has really interesting ornamentation on her neck, which is like a leather collar kind of thing, and it makes her look a lot taller. And she has sort of like purple jewels. You could tell that she has sort of a violet blush on her lips, and holds in her hand a glass of wine and a bottle that she has just finished pouring in. And she says, "Greetings, welcome, travelers. How might I serve you today?"
We were looking for a place to stay for the night.
Of course. The Blue Water Inn is most humbly accepting those who wish to stay. We don't get many travelers, you understand, so it is always exciting to have other patrons, not just those here drinking from time to time. How many will be staying with us?
4?
4 or 5, yeah. We still have a companion out there that
We don't know when
we haven't
Zoltan's
found.
getting back.
Right.
Well, should I expect his payment before or after? She sort of looks like she's, it'd be preferable to get it before, but she's trying to be.
We'll cover the 4, and then if the 5 doesn't show up, don't hold a room for him.
Very good. No trouble at all. Our rooms, we have 2 different types. We have private rooms, which sleep 2. Those are 10 silver pieces per night. This also includes a meal of soup and bread. We also have bunk rooms, which sleep 4, which also include a meal of soup and bread each night for 5 silver pieces. So if the 4 of you would like to stay in the same room, that will be 5 silver pieces. But we have 2 private rooms that are available as well, if that suits you as well.
Bunk sounds okay. That's 5 silver versus 20.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with sitting in the same room.
Excellent. I will be sure to have my children to show you the way. Is there anything else I can get you? Would you feel up to a meal?
That would be wonderful, actually.
Yes, please.
We do many different dishes. Wolf steak is our prime cut. Very common, but also very delicious the way we prepare it, for 5 silver pieces. If that is a little more pricey for yourselves, we have venison stew for 3 silver pieces, rabbit stew for 2. There are eggs and mash, bangers and mash, hard cheese and smoked meats, all for 2 or 1 silver pieces. We also have if you're seeming to find the weather a little dour, we have a mug of ale for 3 copper pieces, a cup of purple mash, for 3 copper pieces. I am sorry to say that our prime wine is currently very low, the red dragon wine. Therefore, I can't sell it by the bottle, and my prices of 1 silver piece per cup must go up till 2. I do apologize for that.
Yes, we
Yeah.
heard that the wine shipment has not come as of late. We intend to investigate that. So
Oh, really?
Uh,
Well, my husband might want to speak to you about that, for he's the one who is expecting his father's his wine some time ago. So perhaps I can send him out at some point.
that would be one.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Anything could help.
All right. I'll take the venison, I guess.
I'm going to send you just in chat here.
Rabbit stew.
I feel weird about eating wolf. I don't want to eat wolf.
It's too close to dog.
Yeah.
So there's your.
Note on some
I pet the doggo earlier.
That's right. That's right. And what else you do that?
Also a meal of soup and bread. Night per bunk. Oh, 5 silver piece per night per bunk, so it's still 20 anyway. Right? Sorry. I thought it was 5 silver for the whole room.
Yeah. So technically, I think it would be. Yeah, I'll say it'll be cheaper technically to do the private room, because the bunk, it's assumed that whoever's traveling, they might not be companions, so you just have to bunk with people. It's like a hostel almost in that regard. Whereas the
Right.
private rooms are like, okay, it's 10 silver pieces for the 2 different beds in the private room. So it's technically cheaper and more private, but it's obviously more expensive for, if you didn't have anybody without you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That's essentially, they make
Oh.
their money on travelers, yeah. Coming
It's
with.
safer if we're together, though.
Right.
Yep, that's
She will go back for a second and is like, please take a seat at the table there, and I'll take your order in a moment. I'll be sure to get my sons to show you to your room, just so you can have a look around in any case.
Thank you.
Just so you can't see anything. Yeah, so about 5 minutes later, not even, it's like 2 minutes, she comes out with 2 young boys. They're quite colorful little gentlemen. One looks kind of perpetually somber, and the other one looks, a little pissed off and grouchy that he's got to work. And they ask if you have any bags or anything like that, adventuring packs, that kind of thing that they can carry for you.
well, I think I'm used to carrying my own stuff. I appreciate it though.
All right. They will take you, or whoever wants to go, for a little tour of the rooms. I'm just going to put Jax and Lunar in 2 different versions here.
Okay.
So those are just a north. Just this is the second floor. So you basically have to go outside and then up a flight of stairs to get to this section where the balcony's overhanging, kind of thing. I'll even put Ireena over there so she can show you. If that makes sense. So these are the private rooms right here, which have 2 separate beds, and then you have the bunks that you can jump up there. Are you guys doing the bunks, or?
Yeah, we can still do the bunks.
Okay, just checking.
Assuming they have a bunk that is available.
Yep, there's nobody here. Do you ask the kids anything? Unless they're open you.
Or you'll ever play with a young, lovely child named Arabelle?
Yeah, we know Arabelle. We haven't played with her in a little while.
Have you seen her recently?
Yeah, maybe last week sometime.
Not yesterday.
No. The kid's sort of like very nonchalant. This is the kid that like kind of has his arms crossed and he's, just pretty laid back kind of thing. The other kid is, shyly, kind of reserved and is taking a much closer look at Jax in particular. Seeing the flames, and he doesn't look scared of you or anything like that. He just looks more, curious and, trying not to be too obvious about it. But yeah, so they get you set up. Did you want to do anything else, or are you just getting food, or?
Yeah, I don't know. Food.
I think just food. Just
All
food.
right.
Soup and bread.
All right, sounds good. So they get you set up in the bunks. Oops, no troubles. Thanks. Thanks, sorry. Eventually the kids leave.
Sure, the kids have a story to tell.
And yeah. She'll come in and take your orders. Anything that you need. Basically eggs, potatoes, rabbit, deer, and wolf are the primary.
Well, the soup and bread was included, was it not?
It was, yeah. You want the soup?
Yes.
Sounds good. Yeah, so it's a beet soup. It's actually surprisingly sweet, and it's not the worst soup you've ever had, but it is certainly meager. But it'll fill you up, and you're allowed to have, a good-sized helping. With the bread is actually pretty fresh. Clearly was made earlier today, so kind of like hard buns that when you rip them open are nice and soft inside. So, and yeah. There are quite a few people getting not hammered or anything like that. There's 3 guards that sit behind you with a wolf hunter, and a couple wolf hunters also that sit in near the entrance in 2 tables, and then a larger group of 5, mixed of farmers and fishermen and a wolf hunter, who are enjoying drinks and soup and steak and all sorts of things. It's reasonably lovely. There's also a drunkard at the, or you think there's a drunkard because he looks like he's asleep on the bar. And yeah, finally she comes back after sort of dealing with everybody and serves you food and, asks politely, how did you come to be here? It's, as I've said, it's very rare to have visitors, and we hope that our hospitality doesn't belie doesn't betray the usual welcome that Barovians can give.
Well, we've come from land from far away. We're not from near here, if you can tell.
If you can tell.
There was a group of us, and though we can see some of the rough around the edges and some of the guards here, we've actually we've been welcomed rather nicely.
Yes, well, that's good to hear. Sometimes it can be hit or miss depending on who you meet first, right?
Truly.
So you said there were 5 of you in your party?
Yeah.
Interesting. And yourself, sorry to point it out so bluntly, ma'am, but you certainly have a certain magical aura about you. What is your heritage?
I'm from Candlekeep, but I had an accident when I arrived here.
Oh dear. What? May I ask? I don't mean to pry. We like I said, don't get enough visitors. That it's always interesting to have stories and interesting folk to meet.
There was some weird house. Just a weird haunted house. And I almost died. So don't know what happened, but I'm not dead. So here we are.
Oh, how dreadful. And so because of this house, it cursed you in some way? Is that how I understand?
Curse schmurse. That's what I like to say.
Why? It's terribly frightening. I mean, I suppose it is good news that you survived in any case, however it might be.
Have you heard of the Durst Manor?
Oh, my, yes. They have a rather terrible name for it around here. It's known as the Death House. So, if you manage to survive, I suppose we should just call it Durst Manor from now on. Because
it was. We did almost lose our lives in there, but as far as it may not even be there anymore. The ground.
You so freely give information, and I'm like, I'm not telling you shit.
Very trusting soul. It's good.
Very trusting soul.
She seems to be like, she seems to be very very attentive and very interested in everything you're saying, and she sort of gives you a kind of a knowing smile and says, "You seem to be of the holy sort. Am I incorrect in that?"
Yes, absolutely. Helm guides my blade, and the evening glory guides our path.
No, I can't say that I've heard of either of those, but hopefully they are just as goodly as the Morning Lord, and we certainly welcome any goodly faith that you might bring here. It can be rare at times.
Yes, absolutely. I mean to protect this land and even this city, if must. Burgomaster himself has inscripted us to, assist as mercenaries, in a way.
Oh, he has. Oh, well, I see. I understand. And you, ma'am, I have to say, you look somewhat familiar to me. I mean, her talking to Ireena, of course, and Ireena introduces herself as the daughter of the late Burgomaster of the village of Barovia, and the woman sort of says, oh, I'm so terribly sorry for your loss. And you're here for any particular reason? Just for diplomatic reasons? And Ireena's a little less giving of information, and says, visiting for the foreseeable future in any case. But my brother is taking care of matters. He is the new Burgomaster, and I'm sure he'll do a fine job. Ismark. I do miss him dearly, though. Taking the hint, she kind of finally says, if you'll excuse me, I have other patrons I must attend to. And goes kind of
Until next time.
on her way. And yeah, she's around. She doesn't approach you directly unless you ask, for refills and everything like that. Yeah, for the most part, you're well tended to, and you're set up for the night. Grimbold, you sort of stand guard at the gate for another hour or two, and doesn't seem like anybody else is coming back tonight. So
I will then head off to the inn.
Okay, sounds good. As the night grows closer to the peak hour, the whole table to your guys' south there disappears, goes, eventually leaves, and you are left to your own devices. Would you like to do anything or say anything before the evening closes? Obviously, the lady, who has, by the way, introduced herself as Danica Dorakova. She seems to be kind of wrapping things up, kind of a midnight type of thing. Is there anything you guys want to do?
I could use some food.
Sure. Yep. Absolutely. You'll even Danica will actually even kind of take her sons Bram and Bray. Did they both say Bram? Sorry,
Both say Bray.
I just noticed that. Sorry.
Bray?
Yeah,
It's
Bray
Brom.
and Bran.
It's Brom and Bray. Sorry. And she will sort of usher them upstairs right here, where apparently their own lodgings and stuff are in the building. All right, I guess we could actually.
And did she say she was going to get her husband to speak with Lunaris tonight, or?
Yeah, actually, that's what I was just about to say. He ends up coming back out himself to serve Grimbold in particular. Kindly, sort of thin, tall gentleman. Who comes out with some food for Grim when he needs it. Where is Grim anyway?
I was looking for myself. I'm nowhere to be found.
Give me a
I'm
second.
invisible.
Give me a second here.
So that's how good my stealth roll was.
Ugh! Boom. There we go. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why it wasn't showing me. It doesn't show you as an active viewer.
Right.
I don't know why.
So we know who died. But
All right. So yeah, Yeah, this gentleman, it seems like they're kind of playing on a theme. Even though it's a blue water, it's called the Blue Water Inn. They wear kind of a light purple or violet sort of clothing for some reason. They don't, unless you ask, they don't really tell you anything about it, but it just seems to be what their theme is. And yeah, you will drop down a. What are you getting in particular?
I don't know what's on the menu at all.
I sent it. I sent it in the
The chat.
den chat here. Yeah.
Oh, I'll take the venison stew.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm assuming we already got bunks, right?
Yep. You guys are all set up for the night. Everything like that, and he kind of gives you the stew and kind of looks you. You know, he seems to be a little bit more blunt than his wife, and says, "So, what's your story, little man?"
I'm just a traveler.
Just a traveler in gear like that. I see a crossbow. I see leather armor. Seem to be quite the spry little one, from what I can tell.
You never know when you need to protect yourself.
It's true. It's true. We've had dwarves in these parts long time ago. Trained up the weaponsmith here in town, but I've only heard tales of a halfling. I know of them, but yeah, haven't seen one in my entire life, so it's fascinating. Where do your kin come from?
Jeez, I don't remember.
Was it? Weren't you from? Were you the one who's from Daggerford, or Waterdeep? I can't remember.
I don't.
You don't have notes
was
in your
Daggerford.
character sheet, Sean?
I think Waterdeep sounds similar. I can't see y'all's notes.
I can.
Oh.
No, I don't even remember where I'm from. Honestly.
Razzo Burrows took care of me after my parents were.
No, it's not in the character sheet at all, is it?
No. That's fine. That's all good. Yeah, I mean, you can make it up, or you can, tell them a bullshit story, whatever you want to say.
I don't really have a home.
Home is where the heart is. Ooh,
Well, I'm afraid that there are a lot of people that don't have a home. But, hey, you're here in Vallaki now, and that's what counts. Hopefully the town will treat you better than the road, and if it doesn't, at least you're safe here at the Blue Water Inn. He gives you a friendly pat on the back and walks away saying, "Enjoy your stew."
Thank you, sir.
You can tell that he's sort of cleaning up in the back and, preparing to shut things down for the night.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you get your food, you get your ale as you wish, and, yeah.
Did he have anything to say about the missing wine delivery?
Right, yeah. Do you ask about it?
Yes.
Excellent. He'll actually... yeah, most of the patrons are gone, so but he'll still lower his voice when it's sort of time to sort of talk about it. He says, "So my supply of wine is nearly gone, and the next shipment is overdue. I really require that for my business. It is one of the only things, like perhaps my wife said, we don't get a lot of visitors here, not many who stay the night anyway. And so the vineyard and winery is a few miles west of here, about 10 perhaps, not even. You can just follow the Old Svalich Road. I would prefer not to go myself. And so if you would be willing to do this, perhaps I can, depending on how long you're here, we can come to an agreement for the length of time and the price. Something to that effect. Does this sound reasonable?
That does sound reasonable. I don't exactly know how long we'll be here, but I know we'll be here for at least a few days. Hey.
Excellent. Well, until that happens, of course, pay as usual for my wife there. She takes care of the finances. I've never been good about such things. But if you can get the wine flowing again, I think everybody will rest easier around here.
We'll see what we can do when the time comes. We're busy at the moment, but come the morrow, we will we'll see where we go from there.
Excellent. Well, of course, do your questing or whatever you adventurers do, by all means. But don't take too long, of course.
Of course.
The wine must flow in Barovia. The wine must flow. And at that he'll take off and kind of he's not trying to like send you to bed kind of thing, but he's motioning like, okay, we're getting time to closing time.
You're gonna tuck us in?
Nope. And so he'll basically, so what you do notice as you guys are, kind of finishing up is he does lock all the shutters from the inside. They look very secure. The building itself looks like it's actually quite reasonably safe for the most part, much more so than the inn that you've previously been to. When you guys do get to your rooms, there are several locks, 3 in fact, 2 at the top and then 1 in a standard in the center that allows you to secure your own room. Same thing with your shutters, if there are any shutters in your rooms. They have sort of bars that you can kind of clamp down, and so it looks like they take security in this place quite seriously. And
they can. I notice they take pride in their establishment.
And yeah. But other than that, the night begins its slow tick away. Who's sleeping? Are you guys doing any watches or anything like that? Or are you guys actually just all going to sleep and trusting the security of the room, the way it's designed?
I mean, I think we need to obviously make sure everything's locked up nicely if we're all going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But
Do you?
Watches are never a bad thing, especially if it doesn't interrupt. I mean, is it even possible to do watches at the moment?
I don't know, because I don't know if we have a lot of time to sleep or not, because...
It's up to you.
I don't know. I don't know what our timeline is. You guys got me stressed about the timeline, so you need to make a decision.
Sleep.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna leave. So... I'm gonna set everybody on fire and I'm gonna leave. So.
Well, I'll say that. I'll say this. The gates will open at 6 a.m. So, yeah,
just enough time for a long rest.
You have plenty of time to book it, kind of thing. But yeah, it's only, so I'll say this. It takes about half an hour ish, not even, to get to the lake from where you guys are. So if you had 12 hours at around the gate's locking time, you have at least 3-ish hours, maybe, once you get out on the road, sort of thing. So,
okay.
I'm just going to sleep.
okay, fair enough.
Sleep sounds good.
Fair enough.
Probably for like the last hour, I kind of want to get up and, maybe get that wolf guy to come with us when he's not drunk and it's not dark. Maybe he can help us track.
Fair enough. Is anybody keeping watch at all?
I don't know. Sean hasn't said anything.
No, I said I was going to sleep.
Okay.
It was during your I'm gonna kill everybody face, so I didn't expect
Oh, okay.
I was the only one who wanted to keep watch, but that's probably only in the morning. I probably sleep right away.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are quite secure and everything like that. Jax of Candlekeep.
Yes, hi, that's me.
You have a
Hi.
particularly familiar dream
Oh no, dream time.
where a star in the distance with a staircase that spirals slowly going up towards it, and a pale raven flies and stands onto your shoulder. And it says, I like this town. I want to know much more of it. In fact, I want to know everything about it. I think you need to help me. And that's
I
it.
need to help you.
That's it.
I don't get to talk to my raven?
You don't even get
Okay,
to
cool.
yeah, you don't even get to talk to him.
Cool, got it.
When you wake up in the morning, you're not in your room.
Oh, great. I didn't have any cake, Zell. There were no pies. The pies are long gone.
I didn't say your sleepwalking had anything to do with pies.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Great. I should have stayed up.
God damn it. I've gone wandering again. Okay. This is fine.
We'll
All right,
figure
where
that
am
out.
I?
Oh, not gonna
No.
tell you until next time. Until
No.
next time. Next time on The Curse of Strahd, The Beckoning, we'll find out what happened once more.
We'll
to
find out why Zell hates
Jax
Shanna.
of
Zell
Candlekeep.
hates Jax. Zell keeps trying to kill Jax. Why?